So first of all, I can show you a small example, like uh, code generating using the ChatGPT plugin that I'm using for the Visual Studio. It has the name Genai AI. Let's say we have some enum in our, in our project, and we want to create switch based on this enum. So we can start. Actually, I haven't started. He already um, uh, tell me that, or provided me some code which I could use if I want. So by tapping by clicking on the tab button, I could accept his way of code generating. It's the pretty simple example, but as for me, I don't know.
The, mo
It looks good.
the most impressive part, did it also fill out the function names inside the
Yes,
return?
yes. I haven't generated the function names yesterday, so they were generated by this plugin. Also, we can try to create a unit test, for example, for this method. So by clicking on the flag button, it could help with fixing of the test or generating the simple one, but we'll see what he can do. Well, at least the first test looks correct. It's really simple, but well, it's correct actually. And the second one, well, yeah, as you can see, the simple three tests it provides without any problems. I haven't run the explain or refactor. I guess that this stuff could help with generating, at least explain with generating the documentation for the method. Um, um, the biggest plus that I see of using the ChatGPT or such plugins for the editor that we are using for development is that we don't need to switch between the browser and the Visual Studio, for example, to ask something, or for Google something. We can just ask in the editor in the separate tab, for example. Also, regarding the questions that are connected with, for example, translation, I was using it all the time. And let's say we need to translate this one. We can ask and write down the question. Let's try here then. Thomas, is it correct?
Yeah, it's 100% correct. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you can see that for simple stuff like tests like that, or the translation, yeah, for now it takes a bit more time that I expected, but you don't need to switch between the browser and the bot. What else? Also, I tried GenAI. It's the another plugin that uses ChatGPT, but I tried it for Googling something like. So in case if I need to understand why the what is the quick fix for some part of code, you can use the GenAI, or also we can try to use it for writing down the test for this function. Well, as for me, it's more or less okay. Looks not bad, at least, for such
So, so that,
small function.
yeah, so this is on unit level, and does it manage more complex things like a page?
Well, I'm not sure. I haven't tested with widgets. Let's try with the form. It's more interesting, I guess. Well, looks really good at this moment.
It writes a test now only for that function or for the
Mm-hmm.
whole page?
No, no, no. Only for this function that I selected. I selected and click on this menu item.
Hmm.
So it's up to developer to, I mean, uh, to decide for what part of the page we need to generate some test, etc., etc. Like any instrument that we have, right? But um, I see that it's not so bad. So it's the instrument that we can use for some simple stuff, some model generating or test generating, even simple tests, because we anyway we need it. For the Android Studio, I tried the same uh, by using the GitHub Copilot, and it works like so. Mostly I was working in Visual Studio, not in Android Studio with these extensions. But here is how Copilot works. Um, as far as I see, so it just generates straight away. And if I agree with that, I just click on tab and that's it.